People like us.
You are listening to People Like Us. Dumela Sisi.
Dumela Muruti.
And to what do I owe the surprise?
I brought you some tomatoes from Gogo's garden.
That's very generous. How are things going at home? You weren't in church on Sunday.
I needed some time to think about things.
Not things the Lord can help you with.
I don't know, Pastor.
If you speak, he listens.
I'm struggling with Ayanda.
Can you tell me about her struggles?
I'm ashamed to talk about it.
Our children can make it difficult for us to love them. But Peter said, above all, love each other deeply, because love covers over all multitude of sins.
I'm sure Peter never had to deal with what I'm dealing with.
Loving someone despite their sins is a human struggle, but it is what God does. We must try to follow his example.
So the only way to live in God's name is to love others like he loves them?
Only then can we truly call ourselves children of God.
Thank you, Pastor. Pastor?
Yes, Monica?
Ayanda is like Taps. She told me recently. She says she can't change. It's who she is.
That's what Tapelo says as well.
Maybe they're right. Maybe it's not something one can change.
Perhaps. Monica, I kicked Tapelo out of our house all those years ago. My wife resented me, and it tore our family apart. I wasn't listening to my own teachings.
Sometimes it's easier giving advice than taking it.
Be gentle with Ayanda. Go forth in love. We both have to.
I tried to talk to her, but she won't listen.
She's serious, Eric. What's going to happen to me? Where will I go?
I'll help you look for a new place. In the meantime, we must try to talk some sense into Karabo.
She's made up her mind.
Have the two of you ever really sat down to talk?
She doesn't listen. What's the point?
Perhaps if she understands where you're coming from, she'll have more sympathy.
I don't want her to know anything else about my personal life. Look where it's gotten me.
But you can't keep fighting with her. You need to talk to her, Karo.
What must I say to her? She will only listen if I tell her I'm quitting.
Explain why you're a sex worker. She doesn't understand.
I'm a sex worker because it's my profession.
But what drives you? Surely there's a reason.
Of course there is.
There are things we all like to keep private, but sometimes we have to open up to people. Don't shut her out, Carol. Your future is at stake.
The garden is looking lovely, Mama.
The rains have treated us well this year. Do you want to help?
I'm really tired. I had to pick up Nurse Caroline's afternoon shift.
Some fresh air will do you good.
You know I'm no use in the garden. I didn't grow up in the farm like you. I definitely didn't inherit your gardening or your cooking skills.
It's never too late to learn. Ayanda, show your mother how to tell when the cabbage is ready.
Here, Ma. See? We pick the cabbage when the head, this part right here, is hard.
How do I know?
You squeeze it. And if it feels solid, you cut it off here at the base.
This one is nice and big. I think it's ready.
Size doesn't matter. Feel it.
They all feel the same to me.
Okay, come here, Ma. Feel this one. Now compare it to this one. See?
I think so.
It just takes time.
If there's one thing you need to do for gardening, it's patience, Monica.
How was school, Thabo?
All right, Ma.
That's not very convincing.
I had a rough day.
What happened?
Nothing, Dad. Have you made a decision about Miss Kagiso?
I told you it's none of your concern.
But it is. She's the best teacher at school.
That makes no difference.
It makes a difference to me and to many of the others.
Thabo, please.
Thabo, what's wrong?
It's just... Miss Kagiso really helped me. The other kids can be mean sometimes.
We have said this before. You're just like everybody else.
But I'm not like them. I'm in a wheelchair, and I can't hide that. It didn't bother me before, but now...
What?
I could always speak to Miss Kagiso if I had a problem.
You spoke to her about your disability?
She understands what it's like to not fit in. She's always comforted and supported me. And now you've suspended her over something stupid.
It's not something stupid, Thabo. It's a choice Mr. Phumlani made. A choice that was causing problems.
Maybe it's not a choice. Maybe it's just who she is.
Thabo, come now.
I'm serious. You always tell me that I deserve the same opportunities that the other kids have. Why doesn't the same apply to Miss Kagiso?
Because?
No, you can't treat someone unfairly because they're different. My disability doesn't define me. Miss Kagiso's gender doesn't define her.
I can't see how the two things are the same.
She's a good teacher and a good person. Dad, that should be all that matters.
People like us.
For more stories like these and to share yours, visit unheardvoices.africa.